Next potential debt ceiling catalyst. President Biden is set to meet the top Republicans and Democrats from the House and Senate tomorrow. Joining us right now ahead of that is Texas Congressman Jody Arrington. He is the chairman of the House Budget Committee and a lead on the Republicans' debt plan. And, sir, thank you very much for being here today. I've heard that you've described this as your greatest leadership challenge yet. How certain do you think, or do you think, we'll be able to reach a deal that averts some sort of crisis?
Well, it's been a challenge because in the past we've kicked the can down the road. We've just raised the debt ceiling, basically giving an unlimited line of credit without any guardrails or consideration for spending, or in this case, after $10 trillion of spending the last 2 years, out of control spending that's driving record inflation, which is been devastating to working families across the country. So, you know, we're just asking President Biden and the Democrats to do what's been done in the past. Quite frankly, President Biden has led negotiations in debt ceiling legislation where they considered spending controls and fiscal reforms. And it's that straightforward. The two are not mutually exclusive. This is not unprecedented. We just have to be responsible, consider our economic condition, consider the amassing debt that we're going to put on the next generation of Americans, and start to rein it in responsibly. Excuse me. There are 5 days, I believe, where the president and the key members of the House and Senate are going to be in town over the course of the next month or the next 3.5 weeks, I would say, before the debt ceiling is hit, according to what the Treasury Secretary is saying, just the date that she thinks that's most likely. She'll run out of the ability to kind of move things around and change things around the edges. Given the short number of days that are left, given the market's reaction to some of these things, if you look at the 4-week T-bills, you're talking about rates above 5.8, 5.9%, which shows the serious concern investors have at this point, at least in the short term. Would you consider some sort of an impasse that allows you all to keep negotiating past that without any of the extreme measures taking place where the U.S. defaults on its debt? Well, we're halfway to a deal because Republicans have submitted their proposal, passed it out of the House. So Chuck Schumer and his Democrat colleagues, along with the president, have to decide if they're going to engage. Now, he's called a meeting. That's a positive sign. And if they will follow suit and do the right and responsible thing by coupling the debt ceiling raise with common sense spending reforms, then I think we're there. But we've got to have our
Congressman, let's just talk about this honestly. The Treasury Secretary was kind of equivocating on all kinds of stuff yesterday. The more she was pushed on it, the more kind of silly the answers started to look. I think people understand what's happening here. Both sides have said that they have dug in, that they're not going to basically take anything but what they have laid out. Obviously, something needs to get done. Do you think that something is going to be reached between now and the next few weeks, or do you think it's going to take a little longer to work out the details? Would you be willing to say, OK, they take some of your proposals, but not all of them? Because what Kevin McCarthy has said to this point is that this is a floor, not a ceiling, which sounds like a pretty tough take it or leave it stance. Well, 3 out of 4 Americans in every poll I've looked at expect the president to follow suit with what we've done. And I think our proposals are straightforward. They're very common sense and very reasonable. We're just talking about clawing back unobligated, unspent COVID money. We're just saying don't cancel. It's a longer laundry list. I understand and agree with some of those. I understand and agree with some of your points. I think taking back the unspent COVID money makes a lot of sense. But it's a much longer laundry list than just that. And again, you're talking about stuff that are coming up. If they were to say we will negotiate over these issues in budget, or if they were to give on some points, do you think that that's going to be enough to push it across? Because if you look at both extremes here, it seems tough to find the idea that you're going to find common ground between the two. Well, look, they have been hoping, I believe, and wishing that the Republicans couldn't get their proposal passed. I don't think they thought we could do it. And so now they have to respond. Right. Yeah, well, they have to respond in kind. They have to have the same sense of urgency that we've had. The president hasn't returned Speaker McCarthy's call and his request for continued conversation and negotiations. He's been running the clock out. Now, the ball's in his court. We have a good list. I think it's very straightforward. Able-bodied adults who receive public assistance ought to work. I mean, we should not continue the barrage of regulatory assault on American energy. We can't get out of the recession that we're heading for if we don't have pro-work, pro-growth, pro-energy policies. They can counter, but they have to now step up and act like responsible leaders. We've done that, and we have set that example, and we have placed in their hands a list of proposals that we have gotten consensus on. It's their time to respond, and the American people expect them to, because the American people have had to tighten their belts and change their spending habits because of the spending primarily that has driven the inflation that these folks are suffering with.